Disney released some widely discussed promotional footage from Star Wars The Last Jedi back in August. And in this footage, we saw a seemingly dark-side Rey wielding a double-bladed collapsible hilt lightsaber, or folding lightsaber, some people call it. And this is a brand new design. So lots of Star Wars fans and lightsaber enthusiasts just go crazy when there's a new lightsaber hilt design, especially when it has kind of this functionality, this folding element that we haven't commonly seen before. Now, we did have the Jedi Temple guards. They used kind of a folding hilt design as well, but it's not a common design, you guys. And there are plenty of Star Wars fans out there and just, people watching that footage that have never seen that type of lightsaber before. So now that we're entering fall, or we're in October, why haven't we seen any collapsible hilt lightsabers hit the stores? Why hasn't Hasbro made a collapsible hilt lightsaber toy or a collapsible hilt, Force Effects lightsaber for adults? So I think there's a very good reason for that, and this is kind of my own speculation, my own opinion. I don't have any inside information on it, but you guys, I think the reason why we haven't gotten any products related to this lightsaber yet is because it will play a very small role in the movie, and it's possibly of events that don't come to pass. So a lot of people have speculated, following the release of this footage, that the footage is simply a Force vision or a dream. I think that's probably true. It's such a kind of shocking, jarring moment, and to see Darkseid Rey. I know a lot of fans have wanted to see a Darkseid Rey, but given that we got this footage, in a way, I think that might mean that we won't get a Darkseid Rey. So I don't know. I'm kind of in the camp that it's probably a Force vision or just something that doesn't come to pass. And, if it's something that doesn't come to pass and it's something that is only a small moment in the movie, that's not the type of thing that Hasbro will, make a lightsaber for. A good comparison would be the Ben Solo lightsaber in The Last Jedi. So, that's something that, although a lot of fans like the lightsaber, it's only in the movie very briefly, so if this collapsible hilt lightsaber is also only in the movie very briefly, it could easily get the same treatment. Also, just seeing that it's now fall and seeing that we haven't seen toys or, any of these lightsabers with the collapsible hilt design, I really think we would have seen it by now, okay? If we compare this to when The Force Awakens came out in 2015, so that movie was also released in December, like Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker will be released in December this year. But we were starting to get the Kylo Ren lightsaber, the crossguard lightsaber products. Those were coming out on the market in the fall, right around now. And they were released on Force Friday. So we did just have Triple Force Friday last Friday. And that's, a big kind of product release date for Disney kind of products that are Star Wars related. But anyway, I just think if we would have gotten new collapsible hilt lightsabers, whether they're toys or Force Effects lightsabers, we would have heard something about these lightsabers, or some of them possibly even would have been released on Triple Force Friday this year. Because otherwise, the longer we wait, the closer we're getting to both the release date and kind of holiday season. And in order to properly kind of promote the products, Hasbro, would want to release these products, in fall, a little bit in advance of Thanksgiving, because, fall is right around when people start thinking of different, like, Christmas holiday gifts, that type of thing, and, even Black Friday deals, Cyber Monday deals in November. So it just looks to me like we probably won't be getting a collapsible hilt lightsaber. It's always possible it could happen at some point. I just really think we would have had something by now. A few other factors, though, for a collapsible hilt lightsaber is the design is more complex than a lot of other Star Wars lightsabers. So that could make it more challenging to create, whether it's the one, the Force FX lightsaber or the toy version. The toy version in particular would have a lot of extra safety concerns to it. They'd really have to rigorously test it, assuming it would have some of the functionality that we see, in that in that promotional footage. So, it folds out, right? So that would probably be spring loaded. So that would need to go through some very rigorous safety tests. Also, since it folds together, kind of like a nutcracker, they need to make sure that the hilt wouldn't pinch, small fingers. And so it would need to go through rigorous safety tests for that as well. And, just having that hinge to it, it just adds a bit more complexity to it. And that could be another reason that Hasbro wouldn't want to maybe rush out to make it as much. Of course, the flip side of that is it's a really cool design, and a lot of people would probably like it, especially, I know some people don't like how it's collapsible, and they call it the Nutcracker lightsaber, the Swiss Army knife lightsaber, but it does fold out into a double-bladed lightsaber, and generally a lot of Star Wars fans and lightsaber enthusiasts do like double-bladed lightsabers. That's a pretty popular lightsaber hilt design, and so if they did end up making this as a toy, or a Force FX lightsaber, it would likely sell pretty well. But what do you guys think about this? Would you go out and get a collapsible hilt lightsaber if Hasbro ever makes one? Do you think they will be making one? Or do you agree with me that if they were making one, it would probably be out by now? Feel free to comment below.